Hello there, I'm Steve Foxman from Resomonics, and welcome to part 2 of this tutorial on reflection. In the previous tutorial we had a quick overview look and looked in detail at the layers. In this one we will be looking at the effects, the inserts and the sends. Okay, then we come over to the effects tab. Here we've got insert and send effects. The insert effects that we've got here are all sort of quite dirty, and they apply to all layers. So we've got the lo-fi, we've got the screamer, we've got the drive, saturation and jump, all to dirty up the sound, and it will affect all three layers. And just be careful with the jump, because the jump is very a very dirty tool indeed, so make sure you've got the volume down in on your speakers or your headphones. Just before I go into any more detail on here, I just want to show you this sort of mini mixer now that we've got at the top here. You've got the info area just there as you have in the first page, but rather than having to keep switching back to the layers to solo out and change the levels and what have you, I've thrown in this little mini mixer that you've got at the top there. Yes, it may be small, but it's very effective. So you've got the level meters again. As you can see there. You've got your solo and mute. Okay, but then what you've also got is you have got volume and pan as well. So you will notice the colours in these squares, they are actually the volume faders. So you can go up and down, info tab there reads out. So yeah, they work as the volume faders. And obviously the more colour the louder it's going to be. You've then also got at the bottom here, under each one, the pan. So you've got the same, and it still works obviously with the command click and everything to put it back to normal. But that saves you, as I said, saves you having to go back into the layers. Very useful little feature that we've got there. And it all syncs up, so if I solo out layer 2, then you go back to there and layer 2 is soloed out. Okay, let's just show you a few of these insert effects that we've got here. So we've got the lo-fi to start with, and basically what that does is just reduce the sample rate, the bit depth, add some noise, add some colour. So if we go to the extremes here, sample rate down, bits down, add some noise in, add some colour. You'll see, you know, for layer 1 there, it's gone to the extremes, you can barely hear it. You can see there you got quite a noisy sound going on there with the pads. And then without it, cleans it up. Then we've got the screamer, which is a distortion of sorts. You can see that really does change the tone of the sound. Try layer 1 again. And then you've got drive, which is the distortion. on with the screamer, so it starts getting really loud now. Layer 3, layer 2. So that's become a very dirty sort of analogy type sound now with all this going on. And you've got saturation, which basically adds some warmth to things, depending on how, and makes things louder as well. And so then we've got jump. I'm going to make sure I turn that output right down to start with, and that preamp before I turn it on. And this is where it can get really messy. So as you clean layer 2, turn the jump on. This is what it does for layer 3. And then layer 1. Because it's such a short sound, just making it a bit fatter. And the layer 2. Without and with. So that is the insert effects. We're now going to move over to the send effects, where we have all the standard sort of fare with chorus, delay, reverb, convolution reverb, and a phaser. Still got the little mini mixer up the top as well, and the info bar just there. So let's start off with the chorus. I don't really want any chorus on layer 1, so let's solo out layer 2 to start with. Don't think we want it on that either. Let's go for layer 3 chorus. Turn the chorus on there. Slow the speed down. The phase is how far apart in the stereo field it is as well. So let's have a listen to this. Yeah, I quite like that. But if I now say switch over to layer 1, I don't really like that at all. And that is where these send levels come in handy. How much of the signal you want to send to the effect. So essentially a dry and wet mixer. So if you have it fully up, you get the full effect. But the best thing is if you have it fully down, you get none of the effect. So effectively turning it off for that particular layer. So now I have it on layer 3 but not on layer 1. Sorry, layer 2 but not layer 1. No, I was right, layer 3. But layer 2 I don't want it on there either, because I'm going to add some phaser later on. Right, what I do want to add to layer 1 is some delay. So let's have that go at that. slow that down a bit. And the pan will be how far apart in the stereo field it is. I want quite a lot of that as well, so push the gain up. I hadn't explained already, gain is really the main sort of volume or return of the effect, which will affect all three layers, of course, if they're on. Let's push that delay up for layer 3. And layer 2. I don't really want any delay on that one. But layer 3. Yeah, it'd be nice just to have a little bit of subtle delay on that as well. And now moving on to the reverb, again layer 1. Add some more colour to that. Going to boost this right up, I think, so it's nice and ambient. And layer 2. Just a little bit on that, and layer 3. That's nice, like that. So convolution, I'm going to add some convolution to layer 2. Here we go. Now you can select the particular sound by clicking on the menu and selecting what you want, or you can use the left and right arrows. Most of these IRs are for sound design and not sort of normal reverbs. Maybe just the 3 rooms down here. But reflections sort of send you all over the place with 6 to 10 second long swirls around the stereo field and what have you. So let's put some of that on to this layer. You can see immediately it started to go all around. Keeps going when you let go. Becomes very ambient. I like that. How does that sound on layer 1? Just keeps going and going and going. So maybe I'll just have that subtly on there. But you can see how long that goes on for. It's really nice. But I'm going to turn it off for layer 3 because we've got all that reverb there. And finally the phaser, which I'm going to add to layer 2 as well. You got the depth, speed, the phase. The phase again is how far apart it goes. The speed, we're going to put that right down and get some nice feedback in there so we get some good phase going on. I do love a good bit of phase. But I'm not going to apply any of that to layer 1 or 3. No, I've got the chorus on 3, so I'll get rid of that. So putting all those together then. This is just holding 3 notes. You can see how it's all evolving. So that has come a long way since we loaded up that initial 3-layered mix patch of just the dry sounds, and just to show what you can do with that if you add go back to the inserts. Can really sort of dirty that up. Maybe put some lo-fi on it as well. Nice massive dirty soundscape that you've got there. So that covers the effects tab, and that is the end of part 2 of the tutorial. In the next video I'll be covering the rhythm section. So thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful. Bye.